Hey guys, it's another DMR Slot Reviews here, and we've got another Ninco 1 review. This is of the Chevrolet Corvette Z06, and from the looks of this car, you'd think it was American being red, white and blue, but it's not. It's actually from Luxembourg. So it's not quite what you would expect, it being a red, white and blue GT car, but this is another car from the FIA GT. I believe this car was released in 2012, so it's about 2 years old. Yes, it was a 2012 car. I was just referring to my notes that I wrote down earlier. And it's one of these, it's very eye-catching. I have to admit, I didn't think I'd see a Corvette that I liked more than the black number 35 one, I believe. I believe it's number 35, which I have done a review of, which MC Slots is selling. So if you're very interested in Ninco 1 cards, go to MC Slots. He's got some great prices at $15.99. Just keep an eye out. Obviously, prices are subject to change over the internet, so all that stuff. So if I've said it's $15.99, it's probably $15.99 when I uploaded this video, but not when you've checked. Obviously, prices will vary, so get that point across very clearly. So back to this Corvette. We'll go to the product code first because we keep missing that bit out. That's 55067 Chevrolet Corvette GT3 Z06 Luxembourg, and I think it's an awesome looking car. I don't know which one I prefer more, actually, out of this one or the Brazilian one that we just reviewed, as well as the number 35 one. I would say this one's a second to the number 35 car. The Brazilian one, unfortunately, is my least favourite out of the 3 Ninco 1 Corvettes that we've reviewed so far. Actually, no, because we haven't reviewed just 3, we've reviewed 4, because we did the Monza one as well from way back. But look at this car. I don't think this 720p camera is doing it justice, really. No, I'm joking. It's not. It's great, and I really think that it's red, white and blue is a good colour combination on any car, really. It's not just because it's British colours or American colours or whatever. It's just generally some nice. They're all very contrasting colours and they're all very nice. I quite like when the Corvette doesn't actually have these bottom lights like that. I think that's quite cool, and they've painted them in the red colour. I would have done that myself if I was doing a custom paint job. I would have done them in some strange colour that people could have seen. And I also quite like the fact, I've said it in the previous video, so if you've watched all the Ninco reviews up to now, I'm just really repeating myself, but they've got the lights installed, so it is a very good sort of feature of these cars, is that they've actually put the effort into making the cars pretty accurate, and they've not just gone and done stickers. We've also got the Corvette logo there as well, and here as well you've got the actual grille bit painted on, so some very nice intricate detailing, and you're really paying for some good detailing on these cars, even though they're not the most expensive ones on the market. So as standard, they've got 4 screws, so far, if you've watched them from the Ford GT onwards, they've got more and more screws as they've gone on. So obviously each car is different in that way. They'll have more screws or less screws. And this one has, again, a 16,000 rev motor with a 927 gear ratio. So it's pretty much a standard Ninco 1 car. The best thing about all these slot cars is they are like the real cars as well, because you don't get, even though all the stats are the same, as in regards to the gear ratio and the actual power of the motor and the alignment of the motor as well, they're not all identical. They all handle differently. Some are stronger on different tracks than others. And also, it's really down to the driver, because say, for instance, you really like Corvettes, like my brother does, he will use a Corvette regardless of how rubbish it is. He's used the Skeletric one no end of times and got absolutely slaughtered, but he doesn't mind because he's driving a Corvette, which is his favourite car. Then he's used a Ninco Corvette against Skeletric cars, and he actually won a race with a Ninco Corvette. He had all the choice of lanes, so he got to pick the lane that suited his car better, and he won, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I think mainly it's because he likes the car so much. That's why he won. Not saying it wasn't good enough, but he won because people, if you really like a car, you will use it and you'll make it work for yourself. So again, we're going back to the actual car now. The wing and the wing mirrors are pretty much the only things that you can break on this car. And this car has a much darker tinted window than the Brazilian one does. You can only really see the hole there, just about, where the screw goes into the car. So that really shows how good these cars are detailed, and I just think, unfortunately, that's the only bit that lets the cars down, is the slightly see-through windows. And again, you've got some chassis detailing as well, so the car's pretty accurate in that respect as well. I would say, again, basically it's all down to you. If you like this car, if you hate it, you're not going to buy it. But if you like it, look out for it. You can get these Nincos at some decent prices, and I really think that if you look for them, you will find them at good prices on eBay and Pendle Slots are good to say, and MC Slots as well. Don't forget MC Slots. He doesn't have this one, but it is. I don't know what cars he gets until he gets them, really. So always keep an eye on MC Slots. He's probably the best price out there. Don't forget, he does do free shipping to UK as well. Rest of the world, it varies because of certain things. So please always go to MC Slot first, because you probably will get a good price, and it's always a good sort of what's the word? It's a good benchmark, really, compared to some other prices. So again, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and share the video as well.